Hi, Rosie. Hello, hello. 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 Can you hear teacher or no?
Yes.
You can hear me. Hello, a pleasant evening to you. Today, how are you this day? Are you happy? Is everything okay within this day?
We just
You're happy? Are you happy?
busy.
Yes. And what did you do today? What are the things that you do today before attending our class today?
I brush my teeth.
Oh, really? Wow, that's very good. Also, since you've already brushed your teeth, so meaning you've already eaten your dinner. So what's your dinner for today? What did you eat today? Did you all
Yeah.
did you also eat rice? Me, I eat rice and chicken this evening. Yeah. How about you? What did you eat today?
Eat.
Mm-hmm.
I eat salad.
You eat
Salad.
a salad, vegetable salad. Or what kind of salad? What kind of vegetable specifically is the salad that you ate? Is it like a tomato salad, potato salad? What kind of salad? What kind? What kind of salad? Because there are different kinds of salad. There are fruit salad, there are also vegetable salad. There are vegetables or specific kinds of vegetables that we put in our salad. How about you? What kind of salad did you eat? Oh, actually we have a meat salad. What
Yeah.
kind? Oh, it's a meat salad. Meat salad?
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
what kind of meat? Is it chicken salad, pork salad, or beef salad?
More.
A pork salad. Is it with vegetable?
No.
No, just a pork salad. Really? Mm, because because as what I've known, most salads, so they are made of vegetables. So you just add meat to add more flavor, but mostly it's vegetables. But wow, that's interesting. So it's a pork salad. I think that's very delicious. Yeah. And me, I mostly the salad that I eat, it consists of a cabbage. Do you know cabbage? Cabbage is very delicious for salad. Also tomato, potato. They are very delicious to mix when you are eating salad. So that's very nice. Okay. So before again we start our lesson for today. So when teacher has a question, so make sure to try to answer in sentence. Okay. Even if it it's a simple sentence. So it's okay. Okay? So you can try your best. So we will correct any mistakes that you create when creating sentences, and that will be your starting point to improve how you construct your own sentence. So I know you can do it because I can see you have a very good foundation, especially in speaking English. So you are just somehow shy with how you express yourself. Okay. So now let's start. So yesterday, so we had continued the story that we have, which is, what is the title of our story?
The 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 night before Christmas.
Okay, very good. So since our question is, what's the title? What's the title of our story? So to make it or to answer it in a sentence, so we usually start it with the title of our story. Story is The Night Before Christmas. Okay, so that is how we answer it in a complete sentence. So we just don't say it straight to the point, that the title itself. So we try to uh, make it, or we try to answer it in a simple sentence. So what's the title of our story? The title of our story is The Night Before Christmas. And usually, so when answering questions, or when answering questions in a sentence, Rosie, so you can see it in the question itself, or your guide can be the question itself. Because as here, we have here the question, what's the title of our story? So we are asking about the title of the story. So meaning, so we will use this part of the question for us to be able to create a sentence. So the title, so we put it usually at the beginning of the answer, and we will put is. If we are talking about a one title, we put R. If we're talking about two titles, or in general, if we're talking about two things. Okay, but since our title or our story is only one, so we will use is. So the title of our story is The Night Before Christmas. Okay, that is how we answer the question. Okay, so let's go with the summarization of what we had discussed, or the part of the story that we had discussed yesterday. So we have here, so this one. So we had summarized this one, but just to review, so again, the elves were busy, so working hard for the toys that they need to comply with Santa's list, because as we can see here, Santa has a very long list. And in this part of the story, Santa is checking if the list, or all of the list of the toys that he have. So he is checking if all of them are complete, or are checked, because how many presents do they need to create? That's so very big. How many presents do they need to create, Rosie?
The present.
Okay, very good. The presents.
Do they need is 10 billion
Mm.
present.
Okay, very good. So for this one, actually, so we don't usually add do when answering a question, because do, so we use it usually if we are creating a sentence. So basically, we will remove this one. So for this one, for you to be able to answer it, so we can just use this one. They need to create, just to be straightforward, they need to create 10 billion presents. But I am amazed because you tried your best. And just to have an instruction, so when we when we encounter the word do. So it is mostly used when we are creating questions. Okay, so do. For example, do you need something? So basically, it is a word that we use for questions only. So we do not input it in an answer. But I'm so proud of you because you tried your best. So very good. So they need to create 10 billion presents. So that's why. So as we can see here, Santa Claus has very long list. So he is making sure, or he's making sure to check all of the things, all of the toys that they need to create. And as per checking the list, so he is thinking that something or some toys are missing. So he is asking about the toys, the name of the toys, aeroplanes. So these are airplanes. Bicycles, you have a bicycle, boomerang, so the one that we throw to the air, drums, pogo sticks, spinning tops, sugar mice, sugar plums. These are all of the toys, aside from the other toys that we've mentioned. And while checking the list, so Santa Claus or Mrs. Claus so arrived at Santa Claus workshop. When we say workshop, again, Rosie, workshop is the place where people work. Yeah, so that is workshop. Mrs. Claus so arrived at the workshop where Santa Claus and his elves are working. So she brought a food because Santa Claus is not able to eat the food that Mrs. Claus prepared. So Mrs. Claus is very, what do you call that? Is very grumpy. As you can see, so the face of Mrs. Claus, she is not happy. So she is like grumpy. Okay. And as we can see here in this part of the story, this is where we end. So this one. So just to review this word, grumble. So when we say grumbled, Rosie, so grumbled is, it is like complaining, but in a low and unhappy voice. For example, you are calling someone that you are slightly angry. So you will call them um, in a low and not so happy voice. Okay, so that is what we mean by grumble. Okay, for example, um, you don't want to do something. For example, you don't want to wash dishes, and your mother asks you to wash dishes. So you will grumble. So you will complain in a very low voice and you are unhappy about it. So that is grumble. So we use it if we do not want to do something. So that is grumble. That is how we express that we are not happy. Okay. So you've been told. So based on this dialogue, Rosie, what is your understanding by you've been asked? You've been told. You've been
I don't know.
I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. When we say you've been asked, you've been told, it means that someone already informed us. Oh, in this story, so Mrs. Claus, so she already informed Santa Claus to eat before working. But still, since Santa Claus is very busy, so he is not able to eat the food that Mrs. Claus prepared. So that is why Mrs. Claus said that you've been asked, you've been told. So not now look what has happened. Your dinner's gone cold. So even though the Mrs. Claus already informed or told Santa Claus to eat the food, so he's still not able because he is very busy with creating the toys, helping the elves. And that's why the dinner's gone cold. Meaning, so the dinner's gone cold. So the food is no longer warm. So it is cold. It's so it if we like in the reality, if we eat dinner and we are busy playing games. So for example, mom cooked the dinner and we are busy playing games. So time passed, so the food or the dinner has gone cold. So meaning so it wasn't eaten away or right away because we are busy playing a game. So that is why it is not no longer warm. So it is cold. So for your food, Rosie, for your food, what do you prefer? Um, your f- what do you prefer, warm or cold for your food? The food that you eat, do you prefer it warm or do you prefer it cold?
Food fair is warm.
Very good. I prefer it warm. And why? Why do you prefer it warm? Is it very delicious if it's warm?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Because when you eat warm food, so you basically taste the full taste of the food. Unlike when you eat it cold, so you are not able to feel anything and the food might get spoiled. When we say spoiled, the food is not healthy anymore. Or the food, you cannot eat the food anymore. You cannot eat the food anymore because it might get you sick. So that is spoiled. Spoiled food. Okay. So warmer food, so they usually has more healthy benefits than cold food. But there are also other people that they prefer it cold, especially those food that are cold in general, like ice cream. Ice cream is cold, or like drinks. So it depends really on how you eat the food. But most people they prefer warm food, like you, warm food. So very good. So that's it. That is the part of the story that we have last or yesterday. So let's continue this one. Okay, let's read.
Mm. Santa Santa felt cozy. I no time to eat. They winner
Mhm.
winner too ready and the 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 like to me.
Out. Very good. Okay, again, can you read this word? So let's start with this one. This one.
Cozy.
Okay, so nice try. So we read it as crossly.
Cross
Crossly. Okay, very
cross
good. Okay, very good. That's so nice. Crossly. How about this one? How do you read this? This one.
reindeer.
Okay, so we read very good. That's right. So we read it as reindeer. So we just
Rain,
okay, go.
reindeer.
Very good. So we just highlight the E sound. So reindeer. Instead of saying reindeer, we say it as reindeer. Okay, very good. How about this one? And how do you read this one?
The
Try.
um,
It's we read it as deadlines.
deadline.
Okay, very good. Like the word dead. So we have the word dead. So we read it as dead and we combine it with the word line or lines, deadlines. So that's it. So very good. Okay, so let's discuss this part of the story. So let's go first with this word. So when we say frown, so when we
Frown.
say, yes, frown, again, let's say frowned.
Frown.
Okay. So when we say frown, so it is basically the past tense of the word frown. So when we say frown, so it is like having your eyebrows together. So like this, you are frowning. So that is frowning. So having your eyebrows together. So like this, look at Santa Claus. He is also not happy. So when you are frowning, so your eyebrows it meet each other, and your wrinkles. So wrinkles are the lines that we have here. So and your wrinkles start to show. So frowning is one emotion that we express, especially with our physical face when we are not happy. So frowning is like that. Yan. Okay, so frowning. So it means Santa Claus is not happy because he was not able to eat the dinner because so he have no time to eat since Santa Claus as well as the elves are very busy. And so the reindeer of Santa Claus, he needs to get them ready because the reindeers will help Santa Claus to bring the toys that they are preparing to the children or to the students. Okay, and deadlines to meet. When we say deadlines to meet, so deadlines to meet. So it is like the task or homeworks that we need to finish in a certain time. For example, at school, you have a homework. So your teacher gave you a time to finish the homework. For example, this day, I give you a homework. So tomorrow is the deadline. So meaning you need to finish it before tomorrow because tomorrow is the time that we will check your answer. So that is deadlines to meet. Okay. How about you, Rosie? Aside from the homework that I gave you, so do you have other deadlines to meet at school, like homework or projects? Do you have? Do you have other deadlines to meet?
No.
No, really? Oh, because it's your vacation right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but how about in your other, in your teacher tomorrow for your grammar lesson? Did, does she give you homeworks?
It's a new teacher.
It's a new teacher, really?
Yes.
Oh, so you still don't have homeworks?
Yes.
Hmm. But how about before, when you still go to school? How do you finish? How do you, okay, before when you still go to school, how do you finish your homework? Do you finish it after you go home at school?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we can answer I finish it after.
Yes. And after school.
Good. I finish it after school. So that is right. So because if we already finish our homework after school, so after that we don't have anything to do. So we can rest, we can sleep, or we can play. So it is important to finish all of the deadlines that we need to meet early so that we still have more time to do other things like Santa Claus. So he hadn't eaten or he haven't eaten his dinner because he have deadlines or he had deadlines to meet. That is why he have no time to eat dinner before um, finishing his deadlines. So that's it. So that is the part of our story. And the next one, so let's read the next part of our story.
The cold winter still got pancake on a table. Santa grumped and went to the stable.
Okay, so let's read again this word. So let's start with this one. How do you read this one?
Ew.
Very good. That's stew. We read it as stew. So not stew, stew. Okay, again. How?
Ew.
Very good. Nice. How about this one?
Pancake.
Okay, so nice try. So we read it as plunked.
Pancake.
Okay, one more time. Let's read it as plunked.
Lungs.
Okay, very good. So like what we have yesterday, so for those words with ed at the end, so we usually read it with t sound at the end, like plunked. Okay,
Plum.
plunked. Very good. So like this one. So this is not the spelling, but this is how we usually read the word plunked. Very good. How about this one?
Or
How do
a
you, okay, again?
farm. Farm.
Okay, again? Can you try it to read it slowly?
Farm.
Okay, very good. We read it as harumped. Okay,
Around.
again. Very good. That's so nice. How about this one?
Double.
Okay, so nice try. So we read it as a long A, stable.
Stable.
Very good. So instead of reading it as a, so we read it as a, stable, not stubble. So very good. That's so nice. Okay, so let's discuss the words and the story or this part of the story. Okay, so the food that Mrs. Claus is holding earlier, so we called it as cold winter stew. Okay, that is the food that or the dinner that Mrs. Claus created or prepared for Santa Claus. Okay, so the word here plunked. So when we say plunk, so it is or something is put down heavily. Like for example, when you're angry or when you need to do something, so you need to put down a thing very heavy. So the table will have a sound. So it is blunt. So if you put something very fast or heavy, so it will make a sound or loud sound. When we say harumped, so it means we are making a grumpy sound to show that we are annoyed or we are disapproving. We are not happy basically. Okay. And stable. So basically stable is a place where horses or reindeers are kept. Okay. Like for example, let me show you the stable. Okay, so in this story, so the stable is this place. Yeah, this one. So it is where the reindeers are resting. So that is stable. Okay. Okay. So that is the part of our story. So I think so it's already our time. So always, so we are when we are discussing our story, the time is very fast. But for this one, for this day, so I'm so proud of you, Rosie, because you are able to, or you are trying to answer in simple sentences. So it's okay to make mistakes because right now we are still learning. And I know in the future um, you will be able to answer the questions straightly without any mistakes. So I'm so proud of you. So great job for today. And since it's Thursday, so meaning we don't have classes on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So make sure to take your rest because in or on Monday, so we will again discuss the one that is on the textbook. So I think I will just send you the assignment on Friday or tomorrow or on the weekends, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time today. And yesterday, so you played piano, right? Yesterday. So I had fun. So you did a very great job. So I had fun and I also want to learn piano, but um piano is very expensive. That's why I cannot buy. So I can buy the electronic piano. Do you know the electronic piano? This one. I mean electronic keyboard like this. So I'm saving up for this one. Like this. So I'm saving up for that one because it's quite, what do you call that? It's quite affordable rather than buying this piano, this one, the traditional piano. It's very, what do you call that, expensive. I will also learn how to play piano. So thank you very much again, Rosie, for your time today. So see you again on Monday, and I hope you take your rest well, okay?
Bye.
Okay, thank you very much. See you again soon, and goodbye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you so much.